What up, guys? I'm Matt Field, professional Formula Drift driver. Except that was my 2017 car. This year, we're building a 2013 Chevrolet Corvette. Welcome to Field Prep. It's an exciting day. It finally showed up. I've only been waiting like 2.5 months for this stuff. I'm gonna unbox it, see what we got. Got a nice little message from Rad Dan and Dylan here. Thank you guys very much. We got a lot of stuff. Rear firewall, rear fenders, rear bumper, front bumper. I'm so excited. Now it's time to get to work. So we're gonna start with the rear today. First thing is first is getting the inner fenders mounted, because that's what mounts the outside quarter panel there. So you can see it here. It's going to fit, but of course, because I have a cage and where that all lands and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to trim around it. So first thing first is marking it out with the Sharpie and then cutting it. The stuff is super strong, so I'm not exactly sure how well it's gonna cut. You can kind of see their edges where they cut it, it's rough. But that's obviously just overhang and extra material. Cut her down, make her fit. So I'm at the place, slightly heartbreaking and scary. I have to cut the firewall. Up until this point, I've just been like trimming the perimeter, getting it to fit in the car, but now I'm at the point where I have to cut it for the cage. And what you end up doing with this, they even have like cut lines here, but you know, that was for their car, this is for mine. I'm gonna cut as little as possible, then you get it to fit, and then they have backing pieces that are this same shape that you trim down and then put on the back of the panel and then rivet it in. That way it actually makes it smooth in, but obviously there's no way of getting that in the car when you have tubes coming through here that are already welded in the chassis. So gotta slice it, slip it up in there. There we go. It's marked, it's got the holes. Just crying a little inside, that's all. Well, we're partway here. Gotta trim a little bit more out of here to get it up. I'm getting there. We got the firewall pretty much mounted. Holes in it that look like dicks. Dick firewall. Inner fenders mounted, trimmed. We're gonna have to trim some more, but now we're gonna mount the actual quarter panel and see. So we're gonna drill our first holes in it. It already has holes like marked out where it needs to be, and they already line up with the stock body. So drill it out, right down the center. Oh yeah. Pretty nice. Quarter panel is fit. Inner fender is fit. It's just got self-tapping screws before I put rib nuts in it. But man, this thing is rigid and flexible. We're gonna put the hatch on before we mount all this. So the next thing that we need to do before actually mounting the quarter panels to the inner fender is get these set, because that's where the hood hinges, or the trunk hinges are. We have to drill the holes in the firewall, put the trunk hinge mechanism up there, get it all fit, and then we can set the actual width of the quarter panels on these. So we'll go ahead and drill it now. Literally, as soon as I started drilling without my glasses, I just got hit in the eye.
So the cool thing about the Anderson Composites rear deck lid is it utilizes the factory brackets. So we were able to keep these guys right here, which will bolt right to the Anderson Composite rear deck lid and make the installation pretty easy.
So I haven't been filming a whole lot because I've been too excited, way too excited. Got the rear bumper on. It's not fit, it's just clamped in, but the rear firewall's in. The roof ledge is on. We put the actual roof on. The hatch is here, doing its thing. It's starting to look like a car back here. We just got the fenders and everything clamped on. Front bumper is gonna need some trimming. So excited. Trimmed out this inner fender. I ground the paint off the frame rail, and now we're gonna be fitting this box tube in. I did grind it out a little bit, so I hope that it fits right, but let's tap her in. So we're at the point where Graham and I were just hammering this back and forth and it keeps moving around. We need to tack one side, then we can square the top, and then we can obviously square in the bottom because it has to be square at the top and the bottom. But until we actually tack an edge, it's just been moving around, so taxi daisy. Before we can move any further, I'm chopping off the frame rails and all that. I gotta weld it in, so time to weld. All right, box tube is welded. We marked the frame rails here. We're gonna cut that off. It's time. I'm so tired of looking at this. Hey, yo, Alan, took my nuts off. So we're looking around at how much sand is in the frame rail here. And look, there's a straight up bird's nest. How did it get in there? The next thing we're doing is putting in the airbox run out mounts. This goes up to the bottom of this and then gets mounted to the frame rail through the bash bar. It gets all sandwiched in there so that it holds this sturdy. And that mount actually holds up the rear bumper at the same time. So we have to kind of figure out our spacing for the bash bar, and then we're gonna drill this into the box and see how it fits. So again, these sheet metal screws are just for mock-up. Afterwards, after everything's all screwed together, we're gonna drill it and put a proper nut and bolt in there. In case anybody wants to say some shit.
We read the comment section.
Almost everything is all fit up exterior-wise on the body. Rye got the front bumper all mounted. The hood's just sitting on there. Fenders are mounted. Gaps are all good. Rear stuff's mounted. We threw on the rear Lexan just to take a look at it. All this is mounted. Obviously, we still gotta work on the radiator stuff. So we're fitting the fans to the fan shroud now. It's kind of an awkward piece to hold, so we're gonna clamp it to the table. And these are some Spall fans. They're supposed to be 1950 CFM each, so it'll be almost 4,000 CFM. Hopefully that's enough, and they do just fit on this fan shroud. Hell yeah! Thank you, dude. I'm off to China, so Graham and a couple of the guys are going to handle some business while I'm gone. So thank you very much to them, and I'll be back on Monday. See you next week.